Alright, there's a lot of confusion about connecting your head to your cab. So, anyways, there's these things called ohms, and I'm not entirely sure of what they are exactly, so I'm not really going to explain them. But, anyways, so when you connect your head to your cab, well, first off, you have to use speaker cables. Instrument cables won't work. Well, speaker cables, they're a thicker gauge and stuff, and I don't know even the details on that. But anyways, you have to use speaker cables. Now, when you connect your head to your cab, on the back of your head it will say like 4 ohms or 8 ohms or 16 ohms, and your cab will be like a 4 ohm cab, 8 ohm, or 16, or some will have different inputs for different ohms. Anyways, what you should do is match those up. So if you have a 4 ohm head, you'll plug that into like a 4 ohm cabinet. Or if you have like an 8 ohm head, you'll plug that into a 8 ohm cabinet. If you have a 16 ohm head, that will go into a 16 ohm cabinet. There's this thing. Well, you can also go like one above. Your cab can be higher ohms than your head. But it can only be by one. Like if your head is like 4 ohms or whatever, you can plug that into an 8 ohm cab. Or if your head is 8 ohms, you can plug that into a 16 ohm cab. And also, I guess on the backs of some cabs, like Marshall cabs, like the 1960s ones, I was confused a lot by this. But anyway, so on the back of a Marshall cab, there will be this mono stereo switch. Okay. Also, you'll have like your if my camera will focus. Well, anyways, there's a 4 ohm input and a 16 ohm input, and then down here it says 8 and 8. Well, it says 8 right, 8 left. Okay, so anyways, if you're playing out of a 4 ohm head, you'll flip this switch over to mono, and you'll plug into the 4 ohm input. Okay, now when it's on mono, that means you're playing out of all 4 speakers in the cab if you have a 412. And well, if you flip it to stereo, it'll basically split it in half. Well, I'll get into that in a second here. So anyways, if you have a 16 ohm head, right here, you'll plug that. The switch will be on mono. I can't get my camera to focus, but anyway, there we go. So the switch will be on mono, and you'll plug into the 16 ohm input. Now, if you have an 8 ohm head for these 1968 cabs, whatever, you'll flip this switch over to stereo, and you'll plug into either the 8 ohm right or the 8 ohm left. Now, the 8 ohm right, that means you'll be playing out of the right set of speakers. So you'll be playing out of the 2 speakers on the right side of the cab. Or if you plug into the left side, you'll be playing out of the left 2 speakers. So another thing you can use this for is like plugging in 2 heads into one cabinet. So I can plug, if I have 2 8 ohm heads or whatever, I can plug one 8 ohm head into this side over here, and if I have another 8 ohm head, I can plug that into this side over here. That way I can play 2 heads out of the same cab. Yeah, that's basically it, really. It's just match up the ohms, or if like you can go, like I said earlier, one above. Like if your cab is 8 ohms and your head's 4 ohms, that'll work. Hope this cleared up some stuff, some confusion. That's all. If you have any questions, put them in the comments.